Curse of Strahd.
Good morning, Curse of Strahd.
We are back in Castle Ravenloft, trying to find our way through the labyrinth. We are nearing the end, but somehow or other Strahd keeps throwing more obstacles in their path. The worst one being Castle Ravenloft itself, which is a bit of a map insanity. So we are now ready to see what the party is going to do. Anybody have any announcements about what's going on in their lives?
Nope.
I get to hang out with about 10,000 of my closest unwatched friends in a couple of days.
Yeah, you're going to be at WitchCon, Comic-Con, right?
The International San Diego Comic Con, to be exact.
Well, very good.
Look at you.
Damn, I
Everybody
should have stayed a
wave
week
at all
later.
the staff, because one of them might be our Lynn. So wave at her if you're in San Diego. Yeah, Mike.
If you can spend me.
Mike, you should have stayed there through the weekend. You could have gone to Comic-Con. Of course, you wouldn't have the money to go to Comic-Con, but you know.
I could have walked around.
Oh yeah, we were down there earlier today for a staff meeting or volunteer staff meeting, and they've already got the 70-foot Ferris wheel hooked up down in the downtown San Diego. Apparently South Park has a miniature 9-course miniature golf somewhere out there.
And Mike is sporting his Shaggy look tonight.
Like, let's go kill a vampire!
Yeah.
Reggie.
We are ready to go tonight. So the mystery wagon is ready to take on the vampire, and we are going to head out. I'm not sure what will happen next week. I'm expecting to be here, but I will have surgery right in the middle of the week. So hopefully I will be not hurting so much by the time Sunday rolls around. I'll be ready to do the stream next week.
Oh, actually, next week I won't be able to make it. Just a heads up.
Okay. Well,
All the more reason to get this. We need to fight Strahd tonight.
all right. I think we are pretty well ready tonight. And when we left off, you guys were back in the Chamberlain's office, the one that you had fought and killed Rahadin in, and you had managed to make a very fancy mansion for the night. Lynn had pulled out all the stops for her spells and created a mansion. So you had an excellent sleep during the night. You didn't even hear anything from outside. If anything had been fumbling around outside, you didn't hear it. You slept better than you have in a while. Somehow or other, even the evil of Barovia didn't seem to penetrate the walls of the mansion. So you have awakened in the morning. Is there anything in particular you wish to do?
I was just gonna say, if I got up early enough, I most likely would have taken a peek outside the, opened the mansion door and taken a peek just to see if anything had changed in our current situation.
No, the office is just as you left it. As you open the door enough to see or do whatever you have to do to see, you might see the little mongrel folk guy, Cyrus, come bumbling through, do something, kind of look at the office. He apparently is getting a sense that there's something a little wrong, but he just kind of shakes his head, and he sees the door open, and he mutters to himself, "Ha! What is it doing? Leaving all this mess about? Ha!" And he goes over and closes the secret door.
Did you say secret door?
Yeah. The door that was open that you went down was a secret door that Rahadin had been frantically trying to open when you killed him. That was how you knew it was there. And it had been left open all this time, and Cyrus has now closed it for you and bumbled its way back out again.
Okay. Go back inside, close the door.
Don't we heal fully during a rest?
Long rest, yeah.
Yeah, you're all healed up. You're all in good shape today.
I have
Did,
all 161 of my hit points.
Yeah,
Christ.
Monarch needs to raise his hit points. He's down. There we go. So I've got you on the staircase simply because I am assuming. Maybe I shouldn't assume because players love to go a different direction. But I'm assuming you're going to go back over once Cyrus is out of the area and reopen the secret door. But anyway.
For now, though,
Is Apoda still suffering from his penalty?
I believe you would, because it's not been repaired.
What was the penalty?
His penalty to what?
Penalty to what? Yeah.
I get a penalty to armor because I got hit by the
Ooze thing
ooze.
in the dungeons.
Yeah, your armor got reduced by 1.
Oh,
Could
right.
I have used mending to repair any breaches
While we were resting?
Any breaches in what?
Any
My armor-
breaches in the armor?
would mending have repaired it?
I would say yes, because a blacksmith would be able to repair it.
So is that something that he offers?
Epotis, that was your name, correct?
Yes.
I believe I can fix your armor for you.
I'd rather no one touch it.
Are you certain? It would be quite easy to do. Could help you more in the coming battles.
We need to be at our best, Apotis.
Fine. Don't screw with it too much.
So many undercurrents.
So Sergei is going to take 1 minute. He could even do it this morning. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. He's going to take 1 minute to cast Mending on any sort of gashes in the armor and repair it back.
Very well. The armor is now back up to its full hit point, to its full armor class.
Now then, I believe that we have a vampire to kill. I play with my paddle ball.
Yeah, you have a vampire to kill your brother. Anyway, what you gonna do? You gonna pack up the house, or what's going on?
Sergei is waiting by the front door of the mansion.
I guess with the time frame, Monarch will probably come down at some point with his clothes in a better state because of all the invisible servants and whatnot. Right sleeve is now like folded and stitched up to the shoulder, so it's just.
Would you like me to fix that for you?
It shouldn't. Well, out of character speaking, it should be fixed because the servant. It literally was just you've already cast prestidigitation on it, and then the servants can hail anything during the night because the servants are like invisible and can do anything humans can do. I think, isn't it? Isn't the rule?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they probably repaired it to some degree.
Okay.
Well, I did mention before, as we were going to take the long rest, that basically the servants in the house will do almost anything you ask of them. Just ring the bell if you need them. Don't get too demanding. They are, of course, not yours to begin with. And that was pretty much directed at
Aragol.
Aragol, yeah.
Who has come out during the various discussions about mending. He has come out into the main parlor area, whatever entrance area, and he has his usual cocky swagger on, and he goes over to whatever table has breakfast things on it and grabs a handful of fruit and various things and then lounges back on the sofa just waiting for the rest of you to do something with a look. Go ahead, my servants, start up.
I would be playing my paddle ball in front of him. That's what my 19 is. Could I retroactively do something since I wasn't here last week?
It depends on what it is, but you can offer it.
Give Monarch back his
if Amon
His what?
is willing to get back his arm.
Oh,
Basically, I could cast Regenerate before we went to bed, use my 7th level spell, and give your arm back.
To what? You can certainly.
He can
Depends really on the GM, because it wasn't meant to be a penalty because I
That's
have
why-
been gone for a
that's
while.
why I'm
So it's one of those weird
asking.
things. Yeah, it's one of those things of like, do we count it up as character development or?
That's one of the things I'm asking is 1, if I can, and 2, if I can.
The DM will permit it, but Gray wanted to. We talked about there had to be some kind of damage done to him, and this was the damage that he chose to have.
I mean, it's
done.
costing us a spell.
No, that's why I was asking about it
Retroactively, because if he did it before the 8-hour rest, he would have gotten that spell slot back.
I
That's
feel.
what I was talking
And
about.
he
too.
and he
I-
wasn't
I
here
would-
for last week when you
Yeah.
were in here.
I want to be strict personally and say that could be something that would be nice to wrap up at the end of the story, but right now is not crucial enough for me to warrant a retroactive.
Okay.
Yeah, because he probably would have just had the thing tended to, gone to bed, and probably actually doing the most halfling thing you've ever seen him doing and having a huge breakfast this morning. Because he's probably
Hold
not
on,
eaten
second
properly in
breakfast.
months. So yeah, he'll just be eating his way through. We'll apologise, but it's just, he's not eaten this way in probably years.
He's pretty starved too after the stay in the dungeon, and I imagine he's stuffing his pockets full of second breakfast. So yeah, so
Supper?
somebody throws
Dinner?
He says somebody throws an apple at him and says, "Here, that's second breakfast." Yeah,
Don't apologize, little one. Eat your fill.
I
Especially
didn't
now that we
know
know what the food was made out of.
comes out with cranberry muffin.
He probably like invites you all to eat because you're gonna need a good breakfast.
very good. Then after
He's looking a lot more neater now. He's probably been shaved by the servants and stuff, so he probably looks at least half like his old self again. Though clothes are a bit tattered, and he's obviously a bit leaner looking than he was. And I'm good.
Very good. Takes you about an hour to rub the sleep out of your eyes, fill your stomachs, make sure your water's filled up and you're all set to go. And I imagine it is time to fold away the tent and steal into the night or day, whichever it is. You have no idea what time of day it is.
I have a gnat flying around my head, and it is the most annoying thing.
Well, you know, just
One of
If
those
it
cartoon
gets close
things
enough.
where your eyes go around and around in your head.
I mean, you know, when it gets close enough, just if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Watch it land on my nose.
That would suck.
Anyway, D&D.
Yep.
Back to
I
Ravenloft.
go out the
You've
door
got
first
you've
in
got a
case.
vampire to kill, so we need to focus on the vampire.
Yep, let's focus. I go out the door first just in case there's anything waiting for us.
And the office is very
Sergei-
quiet. Everything has been straightened up a bit. The papers that had fallen on the floor, the body is gone. The everything is all straightened up very neatly.
And
Sergei-
oh,
Go
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I go to the wall where the door was. Is it still closed?
Yeah, it's closed, but I would say with a fairly low. Give me a perception roll, but it'd be pretty low. But you
Nat
know-
one. Nat
Yep,
one. There we go.
I actually want the nat one this.
Oh.
Perception. That is a 16. Dang it.
Yeah, you knew where the door was, and you can now that you know exactly where it slides back, you can see the imperfection in the wall that indicates something is there.
I push on the wall.
Pushing doesn't do it, but you push and shove, I assume, and scrap with your fingers, and eventually.
Nope, this is Dirok. I push on the wall.
Nothing.
If it doesn't move, I'm making a hole. If it doesn't open, I'm gonna use my strength to break a wall.
Oh, yeah!
And, let's see. I'm going to have you give me an intimidation roll.
Intimidate that wall.
I'm gonna intimidate the wall. Come on,
20.
intimidation. That's a 14.
Alright, so you managed to bust a handhold enough that with a little help from your friends you can clearly see how to open it. Luckily, you don't make enough noise that it brings a bunch of friends around to see what the noise was. So you managed to do it quietly enough that you don't intimidate the whole castle.
Should have just let me break through the wall.
I would be the last one out to leave the mansion once everyone's ready. And I'll close the door and I'll look back at it as like, well, we've got this for another 10, 12 plus hours.
A good point to retreat to if it comes to it.
Yeah, just gotta remember how to get back here.
I start going down the stairs.
We're all going to watch Mike and the gnat. All right, so you guys head down the stairs. You come to that landing that keyed off the illusion before. You're going to treat it any different?
I'm sorry? There was an illusion?
There was a landing that you stepped on, and the landing started to glow and keyed off an illusion of Strahd.
Oh, right.
night.
Wait, is this the way to that room with the orbs?
I believe so, yes.
I actually don't think it is. I think it's back in the bone room, but I'm not. I'm not absolutely certain.
Monarch would know that it was because he had to. He cycled around and wound up chasing his tail and back into the same corridor where he'd been before. So Monarch would say, "Yes, it is."
It is down this way. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right, then let's keep going.
Okay, so you step onto the landing this time, and the rune seems to have been expired by the first use of it, and it doesn't happen. And sure enough, you round the bend, go down some more stairs, and
Yep, that's the room I was talking about.
I'm gonna be doing some calculations and weird measuring as I go down. Oh boy, how the heck did he get that in that room?
Have we figured out how to use this yet?
Okay, so simple explanation. These orbs represent certain locations. The locations are inscribed on this dais right here. I'm assuming you put the orb in the flame, it opens the door, push the person through, and ta-da, you're out.
And I'm going to make the inscription that Lynn read the time before visible so that you guys can see it. It is in common, so anybody can read it.
Tiny print, tiny print.
Zoom in, zoom in.
I'm working on it. It's like,
This room makes my head hurt. You're
Like we said last week, this is Strahd's acid trip.
We need to go to the crypts, so we would need to take the green orb.
well, it says yellow is the master's tomb, and green is where the coffins hide. Green could be anywhere, and the master's tomb could be him.
I think that where the coffin side is the crypts, and the master's tomb would be where he put his own coffin.
And we need to find him where he is weeping over the man he was jealous of, or something of that nature.
Sergei, give me a history check to see how much of Vlad's memories you recall. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You can't add anything
Oh, good lord.
to them. If you had Vlad's memories picking up at all, you would have been able to add something specifically because of what had happened to you earlier. But anyway.
Orange to the castle peak. What is the highest point? What's the highest point in Ravenloft?
There are towers here and one major tower is higher than all the rest. So you could.
Was that the? Sorry.
There are 3 big pointy towers, Princess Castle towers, and one of them is higher than the other. The others...
I could see if I can tell where he is.
I could also do this.
Why don't you go ahead?
Let me do a roll for myself here just a moment. I need to figure something out. All right.
Sergei is going to cast Locate Creature. Come on. Targeting Strahd, of course.
Hilariously, this would be something that he's definitely familiar with.
Yep, that's true.
Irony.
You detect that he is coming down the stairs that you remember coming from the chapel. He is, you can tell from the motion of him circling that he's coming down the chapel stairs.
He's going down the chapel stairs?
Really?
Where is the chapel?
From where you are right now, Sergei, he kind of turns around because he doesn't recognize any of this half of where you are.
Hold on one moment, and Epotus goes into his pack and pulls out the notes that he has from the architect model.
That's right.
That's right. And
Epotus pulls out his iPhone and starts scrolling through the pictures.
Yes, exactly. And from that...
Strahd's on Grindr and Tinder. Damn.
Where is it?
Jeez.
We're gonna
God.
swipe left on that.
God damn it.
Every time.
GPS says, go left. Recalculating. U-turn. Take a U-turn.
So, does it look like the... So what we know of these orbs, is there any that seem like they might end up in a place close, near to the chapel?
I'm going to let you decipher them rather than me telling you. If anything sounds like it describes the chapel, then it would go there.
Like of the options that we have for these orbs.
Right. I can tell you know
Mountain Spire.
between the various things you would be able to identify where the chapel stairs are and what is going on. Sergei would know and has told you before in a previous conversation that the chapel stairs was the only way he knew to get to the tomb. Although the monarch believes there's another way based on this new addition that Sergei doesn't know about.
Sergei goes, picks up the green orb, and tosses it into the flame.
Hey.
I mean, I would have done the same thing.
Sergei disappears.
Oh!
And I am now going to PM Sergei to tell him where he is.
Just how screwed he is.
It's okay, I have teleportation magic, which probably won't work here in Barovia.
Oh my god. I thought I was supposed to be the bad one who willy-nilly used magics incorrectly and got in trouble. What happened to me making the bad decisions?
Apple, I salute you. That's actually
Perhaps you're running off. Perhaps you're running off on them.
And I'm waiting for a DM to finish up so I can ask a question.
I figured do a little bit of RP while things are happening. That way we can be like, oh, okay, not less quiet airtime.
Is that meant to be for me? Because I saw that, Madam
That's
DM.
because you have control of his character. Let me take that
Oh,
off.
that's
Oh, yeah,
right.
for last
Okay.
week.
Well, all right. Let's move this. So I am not going to look at that. There we go. I'm not going to look at that.
Let me just take you off of his character as soon as I find it. There it is.
Strahd in the velvet, like, dressing gown. Oh, I didn't see you there.
Stop it.
Holding a drink.
With you.
Stop it.
No, it's a thing.
This is why you never fight about. This is the big thing. This is how a GM messes with the party. Just play a bard and seduce the party. That's the maximum uncomfortable you can get.
Holding a glass of what is definitely red.
Of course.
And then, so is the green orb back in its place, or is it gone now?
No, it is gone at the moment. The sands of the hourglass above you have turned green at the moment. They were multicolored. They have turned green and are beginning to pour through the into the bottom of the hourglass. From the way you're judging it, anybody who wants to can give me a perception roll to see if they can figure out how long it's going to take for it to...
That's an 18.
You estimate that it probably is going to... and how are you doing that? On foot?
That's kind of...
Yeah.
And when I appeared in Ravenloft, not in Barovia, right?
Yeah, when you oopsed your way into Ravenloft, that's where you started.
Oh, so I'm not... Clarification question. Does that mean I'm in Ravenloft right now, or does that where I got teleported in?
Oh, no.
Okay.
These are not literal, then.
Oh, these are very literal.
Not literal in the sense that these were teleportation stuff to stuff in Ravenloft.
I never said they were stuff in Ravenloft.
Well, we thought it would be.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Okay. Alright. Hang on, let me give you the answer on that. Let me, in fact, I'll tell you what, no, that'll take me too long if I do that. I was gonna, let me do it this way.
By the way, does anyone else notice how this usually happens to Captain Split the Party?
Well, at least he's in a safe place now.
Yep.
Sure, let's go with that.
Or at least not in direct line of sight with Strahd.
Right.
Just, something
And
worse.
the information I'm about to send you, Mike, Sergei would know this information because he's already experienced it. So here you go.
He does so.
Alright, so there is a period. What are you guys doing for about 15 minutes? It's going to take him about 15 minutes.
I would guess. Sorry, go on.
I said arguing, and that's what we're doing.
Epotus is gonna be spending time studying the architecture notes to try to see like where the chapel is in relation to where we probably are. What are the possible alternative routes? He's even looking at like the wall connections, like as if something could pass like through walls or teleport through walls or that sort of thing.
What you are able to determine if you look again at the bottom of this image of the room that you're in, there are 3 doors where you are. One of the doors was where the middle door was where you went and found Monarch, and that hallway leads eventually, if you can get past that trap, it eventually leads to what looks to be the tombs. You also can see, as you leaf through to other floors, you can see where the chapel is clearly marked, which would be to the almost due east of where you are right now, but quite a ways above you, like 80 feet or more above you. And that there is a large sweeping circular staircase that goes down through all the floors down to where you are, and that this is probably the chapel staircase that Sergei is referring to.
POTUS will relay that information.
The third door goes back up to somewhere on the floor where the Chamberlain's office was and so forth. You're not quite sure what it goes up to. And then remember, there is a door opposite you on the far wall as well. That one you don't have, that appears to have been built after the architectural things, because there is nothing showing on a very complete architectural map. There's nothing showing of this room that's across from it.
So should we continue on or wait, or should we check that other door?
I say...
Well, I mean, whatever we do, we can't just keep
Sit
sitting around
here.
here waiting. Yeah.
Exactly.
I swear, if we find him again, can I kill?
Are you able to communicate with him at all?
Without knowing how far away he is, I can try, but if he's past 120 feet, which it might be, I don't think I can.
Past 120 feet, so
But we don't know that.
you don't
Yeah.
know that, yeah.
All of these locations sound like they're going to be far, far away from here, so I don't think anything I have. I mean, I can send that. I can send the bat, but I don't think it's gonna really, there's no real way to get in touch with him once that's sent.
While they're talking, I'm going to the far door. The door that we don't know that leads anywhere to.
Very good. And you are opening it, I assume?
I am opening it.
Okie doke. Let me get some details here so I can describe it. That's not the one. It always seems like somehow or other you guys come in from the backwards way of how they expect you to get to these, and so it's always upside down and backwards on why didn't it show it right off of the well, I can describe it. You open the door, which doesn't seem to be fastened at all. You do notice that the door, this is the first door you've seen on this level that has one of those very fancy, regal-looking doors with the bas relief that has the heroic stances of people with flying flags and so forth. This time, the picture that is heroic and on the charging horse and leading an army is clearly designed to look like Strahd. You have seen him enough times that you can tell that it is him. And the horse that he is riding there is flame coming out of its nostrils, so it is clearly that flaming horse that he rides. So this would explain part of the age of when this section of the castle was made, that it is well after the point where a normal architect would have been building this. When you open the door and look into the room, all you see is a narrow strip from side to side where you're looking through that is about probably 30 feet wide, about the width of the room that you're in. And directly across is all the way across the far end of what you're looking at is a red velvet drape. There's no solid wall that you can see. The drapes are in very good shape. They look like new red velvet.
The thing that you described to me before about Strahd and the flaming horse, is that like a painting or?
No, it's a bas-relief carving on the door. The bas-relief being the kind of carving that the back end of it is attached to the wood. It's not freestanding.
The door is wood, though?
Yes, it's a big, heavy oaken door.
I want to rip it off its hinges.
Give me a strength roll.
Strength. And it was a 15. Oh, but it is technically pulling it off the hinges. I would have advantage on push, pull, break, and whatnot.
Yeah, you managed to rip this door off with a resounding shudder in the whole area. If there's anything within anything nearby, they would have heard this sound with the force that you ripped this off with. About that time, as the noise hits, and simultaneously, perhaps even caused by it, you're not sure because it happened simultaneously, poof! Sergei is back in the room.
Oh, and I'm walking back into the room with the door. Oh, hello, Sergei. Excuse me. I'm asking him to move.
By my name.
I mean, I should have said Vlad. Sorry. That's ideally it should have been Vlad.
Sorry, Vlad. Could you move for a moment, please?
Vlad or Sergei will scoot out of the way,
and I throw the door into the fire.
It burns normally. It crackles merrily, but you've got a much bigger fire than you had before. It's really flaming now. You also notice that the green orb has reappeared in the circle and is swinging around the arc like the others. And the sand in the hourglass has reappeared in the top and is not running through the hour.
So, fun fact, the orbs don't necessarily take you to a place in the castle.
Good to know.
I'm gonna jump back once that fire gets bigger, considering what I'm still carrying, and I'm going to give Dirok the most are you goddamn kidding me right now look?
No, I'm not kidding.
No, I'm not. She didn't say it. She's just giving you.
I know. I understand the look.
Very explicit expression.
You've given me the look so many times, and I'm like, no, I'm not kidding.
I just have my life flash before my eyes.
All of you feel your eyebrows to see if the eyebrows are singed off, but yeah, the flame burns up really big, the brazier, but it doesn't seem to affect anything particularly in the room.
Well, darn, I guess I don't disappear. Let's try another door.
No, it's
not.
Dirok.
I meant go through. I just wanted to get rid of that one since it had the devil's face on it.
That's good.
Okay, I can understand. Just forewarning before you go chucking it into burning objects.
When have I ever done that?
I'm asking you nicely if you could, please.
I believe I've been asked before as well. When have I ever done that?
In any case, we waste time just sitting here.
Yes.
I'm going to go through the middle door that we went back for Monarch.
POTUS will follow.
Okay, so
You said that if we go past that trap, we should make it to the tombs.
That's what it looked like.
So,
Is Strahd... My locate creature should still be active. It lasts for an hour. Is Strahd still in that same general... He's...
Yes, you can tell that that he is slightly to the east of you, and he is above you, but that he is moving downward.
He is above, but coming down. What are we waiting for?
Well, we're walking through the hallway now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're actually going to go through. So the group of you step up into the same hallway. Monarch, this hallway is just getting a little too familiar to you. That same kind of, there's oozing kind of dry ice fog on the floor that just kind of oozes down the steps as you step into a cold, dreary, low fog around your ankles as you walk into it. It makes the floor very hard to see, which is part of the problem with that trap, is that it's very hard to detect as you're approaching it. And it's only the fact that you've all now experienced that you would know where it is, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see it.
Trying to think. So look at my stats. Considering I now have a 9 in dexterity saving throws, would it make sense I should go forward so I can dodge out the way of traps and stuff if anything triggers?
Absolutely, yep. And I need to check something really carefully here. I think there's...
In that case, I would probably say, actually speaking, he'd probably start dragging ahead a little bit and very much low to the ground, and like he did before when he was covered in the filth. He's just like one hand slowly above the fog, and he's just keeping an eye on all the little tiny nooks and crannies.
You would very easily detect it. I'm not even going to have you roll for it. You have enough experience of knowing where it is, plus your various monk senses that you've got. You are able to detect the point at which it starts, that 10-foot square of stone that you can tell is slightly disconnected from the rest of the floor, and you know that that's where that 10-foot square starts.
Can we just go around this one, or is this one the one we have to work out how to get over?
It fills the entire hall.
I will suddenly let in the back of my left leg, lean back, and then I will leap and run across the wall. I'll wall run, as per monk abilities, and I will look around for any way for everyone else to cross a bit easier than I did. Like any sort of...
You make it across with no problem whatsoever.
Is there anything I can see though, like nooks and crannies, or like is there a little indentation they can step through again, like they did last time?
Like before, there is just nothing to fasten a rope to, no way to do that. You can now, as you're over on the other side, you can clearly see that door on the far east end of the hall that you have been talking about that you suspect leads into the tombs.
Well, if I'm able to get over, I could hold on to an end of the rope, so if someone falls to the trap, I could try to drag them up.
I can make it a little bit easier for each person to get over.
How so?
Only a little bit, though. I bestow the Thunder's blessing onto you.
Well, that will help. But just in case, I should still try to go first as well. Well, after the little one, he's already across.
I slapped Dirok on the shoulder and cast guidance. You get a D4 to any ability check you make in the next minute.
Alrighty. And I'll check my bless. And I will run across.
No, it's not bless.
Or not run across, but jump across.
It's not bless. It's guidance.
But it's a D4.
That's right. Bless doesn't apply to ability checks.
Oh,
gotcha.
Yeah. So you will give me a... Which one is the dexterity?
If you're talking about jumping, that would be athletics.
Athletics, yeah.
Dexterity is trying to make your way across the field of ice or something.
Which would be a 21.
You actually are able... You You are able. You don't need that. You are able to jump it. Your strength is sufficient that seeing where Monarch is standing on the opposite side gives you a good view of how far you have to get, and you are able to jump over alongside of him. So you and Monarch are now on the eastern side of this trap area. All the others are still behind.
And I'll take out my rope, unfurl it, throw the other end all the way to the other side of the trap, and just yell out, "Before you jump, grab the rope, just in case you happen to fall through it."
And I will stay on watch their backs, as usual.
And I'm holding on to the other end and got it like tied around my fist so that I can brace myself right away.
Very good.
All right, who's next? Sorry to get a little biscuit. All right, who's next?
Little touch of tracer there. Little touch.
Who's the next person?
Yep, just a
to
bit.
jump across?
Just a bit.
I'd have my headset off for a minute. What are we doing now?
We're jumping across the trap that we fell down 2 weeks.
Yep, I threw a rope over because I'm already across, so that if anyone happens to still fall through, I can try to drag them back up.
And Sergei is standing right in front. Like, the trap is here. He's standing about a foot in front of the trap with his hand out, waiting to tap the next person on the shoulder to give them a little bonus.
I'll casually walk across.
As he does.
Wait, Victor, you need to grab the rope.
Victor turns around, walking sideways, like what?
I'm watching them walking on the wall.
What if you fall through? Grab the rope.
Oh, Speedy.
Yeah, Victor,
I don't understand this.
Victor would have no problem. He'd just spider walk.
I don't understand that.
Victor reaches out from the wall, taps the rope, and says, "Thank you, Dirok," and then continues.
Good.
And now I'm bracing myself again.
Hey, see that's companionship right there. You know, it's about making them
Dirok
happy.
and Victor go way back. He knows how to handle it.
Yes.
Sergei looks to Apotus, Argol, and Sylvia and says, "Well, who's next?"
I'm next.
Oh, wait,
Resting
And
any
I'll-
magic on it.
And I'll throw the rope back over again.
Guys. Emil's still with you, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
Unless
Emil is
Emil
with
stayed-
us as well.
unless Emil
I
stayed
had
in.
forgotten about Emil. I'm sorry.
Same
Yes,
here.
Emil is.
It's okay, I
with you.
wasn't.
He shifts into wolf form and leaps across, and I've got to get his sheet out because I forgot all about him.
And as he's in midair,
Wait, grab the rope.
Poor lad. He's trying.
As Apotus steps up to jump across, I will tap him on the shoulder and cast guidance.
It's like Vietnam. Go, just out the
That's
chopper.
pretty much exactly what I'm doing.
And Epotus go.
did you grab the rope? Please grab the rope.
Yes, I'm taking the freaking rope.
Out of everyone, you're the one I'm actually most concerned about.
At least he cares.
Well, you and Vlad together, since you
Okay.
guys are both in heavy armor.
So do I make a roll or what do we do?
It is an athletics check.
Give her a moment, and we can't hear you right now, Madam DM.
Hold on a moment. Hold on.
Yeah, she's still getting the sheet up for Emil. I was gonna say, unless he decided to stay inside the mansion, I mean, it's up for 24 hours.
I would like a werewolf to help us.
I would like the army of werewolves to help us, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
I also want to fight him tonight.
Oh god.
I mean, y'all want to rush to death? That's your prerogative.
Isn't he meant to be one of the roughest fights in D&D? Like in every edition.
Pretty much, yeah.
I ain't scared. I am not scared.
We've got 4 of you over there. Now, Otis, you jumped and you... did you do an athletics check for me?
I did not roll it yet. It'll be a 22.
You are
Don't forget
able
your
to
+4.
jump across. You do that successfully, and I don't have...
He lands and causes some of the stone to crack beneath his.
I'll take my rope, throw it across again.
It's the
Sylvia?
image of him actually giving them the rope now, like literally throwing them the rope. It's my immediate thought then.
I did that before, actually. I think.
I'm still laughing about the, where were we? I think we're in Argynvost's holds, where Dirok was just storming around the tower very angrily and then fell.
Yeah, I fell, and so I'm like, you know what? I wanted to take out my aggression, and I killed some ghosts.
Arago very deftly jumps across. He does it with
Ooh.
gosh.
Ugh.
Leaving Sergei and Sylvia.
I'm tempted
on
to
the
push
other
him back
side.
into the trap.
What is the sun sword
Don't.
on radius at the moment?
What's up?
Sun sword, it should be like 5 feet.
All right. So Sergei and Sylvia, what are you doing?
I'm
Sylvia.
going to tap Sylvia on the shoulder and cast guidance.
And it's athletics to get across.
Take the rope as well.
I will take hold of the rope.
You have advantage plus guidance.
Would it be athletics for me or acrobatics though?
Athletics for jumping.
Alright.
Advantage.
Yep.
Got that advantage.
You have advantage because of the rope, so you are able to use it. You would have slipped, but the rope gives you just that extra little boost that you need, and you manage to swing your feet almost like an acrobat in the circus, and you manage to land next to everybody else, and they grab you and pull you up. Sergei, that leaves only you.
And I
Okay.
throw the rope.
Sergei cast guidance on himself.
I am cussing in Elvish at that whole scenario.
And he as well manages. You all made very good rolls. You all
Let it be
managed-
said that even with guidance, I'm the only person here that rolled below a 20.
And who actually rolled. I'm kidding.
All right, very good. You have all safely made it across to the other side of this. Ahead of you in the hallway to the east, you can see this very plain steel-looking door.
Take my rope, put it back in my bag, and then I make my way towards the door.
As you get onto this side of the hallway, the ceiling narrows down a bit, and it's only about 6 feet high, so those of you who are approaching 7 feet have to kind of duck as you go. The door at the end of the hallway fills the tunnel from top to bottom, the hallway from top to bottom, because this has narrowed down.
Hello? This is the same question. Is this the same chapel stairway?
You are not on the
We're still in the hallway before the chapel.
Yeah, you are in that hallway where you encountered Monarch before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
just
just past it.
we're just past that trapdoor now.
Last time we were here, we went down.
Yep, so, if no one else is going to do it, Sergei goes ahead and tries to open.
Well, I was going to ask you to see if there was any traps or anything. Well, I guess that would take 10 minutes. No. Yeah, I pushed the door.
Oh,
Okay.
everything internet froze for Apo.
Yeah, we'll give him a second to restart everything. But yeah, you are able to open the door. It is not locked. There is the one thing you notice. Well, I guess you better give me a perception roll. Give me a perception roll. See what you notice as you touch the door.
$14.
Yeah, you notice as you lay your hand on it that the door is very cold. Now, it could be this fog that's in the tunnel that you're in right now, the hallway that you're in right now, but it just is a very cold metal.
You don't think it's those mushrooms from below the winery, do you?
I don't think so.
Hello,
But-
Tess.
Back.
Hi.
Apo returns!
Welcome back. But,
sorry.
I pushed the door. I don't care about the cold.
Okay, very good. You
could say the cold never bothered him anyway.
Actually, the door opens by
Ooh.
pulling inward. So, are you going to?
Nope,
pull
I pushed the door. If it doesn't push open, I am going through it.
Like the old Gary Larson cartoon of the kid with the sign that says "pull."
Schools for the special. School for the. Yeah.
Yeah,
School for the educationally gifted, if I recall.
Mentally
Oh,
gifted.
good old Gary Lass.
What do I have to roll to make this door open?
Give me a strength roll if you're going to try to push it in.
I have advantage. That's an 8.
No. You just pound on a metal door and there's like wong, wong, wong.
Have you tried pulling on it yet?
I pulled the door.
It opens.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's
Vlad.
clearly one of those lifting doors. Just puts his hands underneath, slides off.
And then I open the door.
One second, I gotta find what I need. I think that's the one I need. Yes.
Remind me never to adventure with you again.
What?
Nothing.
Very chipper now. She slept in a proper bed.
I mean, to be fair, I'm carrying around some dangerous equipment at the current moment, so I'm a little bit on edge.
This is very the mummy.
Let me get some tokens out here that I don't have on that page. We need Monarch.
I'm expecting a dude with 6 different religious crosses to jump out at me in any second.
Right.
Good old Benny.
Didn't
Man
you
of the
have
people.
Didn't you have a character modeled after him at some point?
You did have an incident in the museum. You were at the museum opening when the cult attacked trying to kill the mummy they brought back from Egypt. You were actually the good guys, but kind of bad at it.
We were kind of bad guys. Bad at being good guys. Still,
All the cultists were terrible too.
still, Robin Hood, Batman.
Okay, you have a large contingent of people here, and you look out onto a huge room. I'm not even going to try to measure it. It's probably 100 feet square or something of the sort.
Jeez.
Very, very large room. However, spaced regularly are 10-foot tombs. They run from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, which is about 10 feet above you. And there are these regular boxes with doors on them and inscriptions on each door. They are very, very clearly individual tombs. From where you are, there is the passageway between each one of these boxes is a little less than 10 feet. It's probably about 7 feet in between each of the tomb boxes. But there are passageways that go all the way around all of them. It's just squares in this huge room of these various things. The one that is directly in front of you as you open the door, you cannot see the doorway on it, although as you look around you can see other of these tombs have doorways, but you cannot see the doorway of the one that you're currently at.
Vlad, how much closer are we to the devil?
Sergei would recognize this. He would not know where Strahd's tomb was specifically, although he would say the plan was that our family would be buried here in the unique crypts to the north and the east and the south. Which one is his, I do not know.
Well, I thought that for us to fight the Strahd, that we were supposed to be going to the man he was jealous of, not his.
It's also
Sergei
been
didn't
some
tell you
time.
specific. He just said the whole family was to be buried
Well,
down
I'm talking about the prophecy thing.
The
understand
thing we
that.
got from Madame Eva, or whatever was said that he simply resides in the place where he
The man
He
was,
was,
most
but-
jealous
the
of.
man he was jealous.
Yes, the man he was
That
most
just
jealous
refers
of.
to the entire castle.
No, the tomb of the man he was most jealous of was you.
Oh,
Yes.
So it says tomb specifically? I thought it was referring to the entire castle.
I don't remember the exact wording. Somebody
Hold on.
else will have to pull it up because I can't, or I'll blow the
I got you.
Discord.
I'll get it. He haunts the tomb of the man he
Haunts the tomb
envies
of
beyond
one.
all others.
Yep, so tomb specifically.
Yes, and Sergei knows that there were 3 areas set out for the family to be laid in. He does know that his mother, who died prior to his death, was buried in the one directly opposite on the far wall of this huge area from where you are. That is the only one he has knowledge of because that was the only one that predated him.
Maybe I should have clarified my question then when I asked Vlad where is the double now, is because he has his locate person still going on
It doesn't
for like an
tell
hour.
me how. It doesn't tell me how far he is. It just tells me which direction and whether or not it's moving.
Well, which direction?
Do I
He
still
is-
sense him as up?
No. You sense him as on the same level as you, slightly to the north.
Sally to where?
Slightly to the north or northeast, but on the same level as you are.
He's here to the northeast.
Then let's go.
And I pull out my spear and I pull out my shield.
Vlad is, or Sergei rather, is going to take out. He's going to take out 2 silver coins and just kind of stuff them in his belt for ease, so that he can take them out quickly.
All right. Any of the rest of you making any kind of special preparations?
Yes. Sergei also pulls out of one of his pouches. He pulls out a platinum ring. And
So, sorry.
he pulls out a platinum ring, and he says, "Put this on. It will help to protect you."
I won't need much protecting, but perhaps one of the others would.
Would anyone else like this?
What is it?
You just, as of right now, you just know that it's a ring that will help protect you.
Sure.
As I said, as I was reaching into my backpack before, because I actually do have a preparation as well.
You
I will-
gain +1 to AC, all saving. Well, I suppose you don't. It's not as useful for you because you already have resistance to all.
Well, I have resistance to stuff. I just don't have anything that additional to saving throws or anything. If that's what that was.
Maybe offered it to one of the squishy people.
You know, the one who has got like 15 armor class.
Yeah. Well, if it's an AC, then yeah, I'll.
Victor, would you like? No, Sylvia. Then, would you like this? Would you take this ring?
Whoa, you need to do that after we come back safely. Don't get too excited.
I
I start
very
looking at-
I'm going
intentionally
to hit
phrased
Victor.
it that way.
I'm
I
going to
start-
hit
I'm
Victor.
engaged to Arena.
I start looking at him a little jealous, like.
I'm just going to hit Victor. And be like, only
You
because
just got engaged and she's already hitting on me. I am very uncomfortable with it. Ow!
Did you eat a clown? Wait, Sergei doesn't know that he's a vampire.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, you would have figured it out by now.
Right. Well, I suppose I did see you walking on the side of a wall.
You probably
But
also
you don't-
saw me burned by sunlight at some point during this. I think.
Probably.
I mean, there's also. I mean, he's a druid, so you could just chalk it up to druid things.
I'm
But
gonna
you did see him drink a coffin
Guys,
everywhere.
Guys, I'm gonna AFK just a second. Apparently something's not plugged in right on my laptop. I've got to adjust it.
So we're gonna take a break.
No, it'll only be seconds, but just
Okay.
sing a song for a moment, please.
In any case, Sylvia, would you like this ring? It will help protect you. What was that noise you just made?
It's just it's the
Elvish.
the look of like trying trying to restrain oneself, not saying certain things, and being like,
Trying to bite
generally,
her lip.
I try to avoid things like this.
Protection?
This is a bit too right. It is.
Once you get engaged, you stop using protection.
You're
Damn.
welcome.
Sweet Jesus. Oh my god.
Wants to come back to, yes. No,
I hate you
the
all.
laptop that I use for the extra maps, part of the thing wasn't connected, and it suddenly went on battery saver, and I'm like, what? So I had to go get all the parts properly connected. Anyway.
Epotus is going to. Okay, so we're assuming that like somewhere in the next few rooms is Strahd. Is that what we're assuming?
Somewhere in the next few rooms.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Okay, Epotus is going to cast Aid at 4th level.
See, this is why you need protection.
So it would be let's see, so
15.
15, yeah. So 15 hit points to Monarch, Sylvia, and
Probably Victor or Sergei, if they one of those who has to also have low health points.
I mean, low health.
I'm good.
Low health points is a point of perspective.
I'm good at most points because bear in mind I've got like magical and radiant damage, so I'm not a major priority.
yeah, but I want you to stay alive. It's just an extra 15. We'll throw it on Victor.
So wait, who's getting?
Sylvia, Victor, and Monarch
Okay.
each get 15 extra max hit points, so it's not temporary.
That brings me to
It's max hit points.
97.
Both your current max HP and your total max HP go up by 15. And then as you do more damage, it can be returned to that upper.
I'm adding it on top of like 82 hit points, so I was like,
So all of us is not just one person.
It's 3.
3 people. You,
Damn.
yeah, you, Sylvia, and Victor.
The squishiest ones.
While
I'm
this is
gonna
all
just-
happening,
I'm gonna grab the ring and just being like, remind me to stab one of you later.
okay.
What happens to our current hit points then?
Your current hit points is also up.
So I've gone from 84 to 99.
Yes.
Sylvia, you gain +1 to AC, +1 to all saving throws, and have resistance to all damage.
Alright,
Nice.
so I just have to remind myself that I got that +1 on here.
And while they're all doing this, I haven't done this since the literal first time we played this game, so might as well do it where hopefully the last time. I take out my hunting trap and I set it in front of the door.
All right.
Well, now we can't escape.
But you know it's here.
I really don't think that solid objects are going to be much of a problem for him.
What if something tries to help him from this other side of the door?
You know, honestly, fair. I'm okay with this.
Well, are we ready?
No, but
Yeah.
let's do it anyway.
Give me a second to turn on some boss music.
I finish off the hunting trap with putting like a little bit of jerky on it, just out of habit of hunting.
Emil turns around and sniffs at it.
I take out my rations.
Here you go if you needed some. I don't want you going into that trap.
Thank you. That was very
I should have given it to Emil.
smelling meat you had there.
Better to a PC than an NPC.
All
I mean,
right.
we're trying to get him out alive, but you know, if
That's true.
we can always say he died fighting alongside of us against Strahd, so they can at least believe in that, and then it still keep to their word type thing, you know.
Well,
He died heroically trying to fight against their oppressor.
if no one else is going forward, then Sergei.
Oh no, I go forward
You go
after I set the trap.
forward, and I assume that you come. You would smack into the first tomb if you went straight ahead, and you can go around the tomb to the south or around the tomb to the north. There is a long row either way. How are you going to approach this northern direction? Are you going to try to sneak around from the south and all these boxes of tombs that you can sneak behind, or are you going to just go down the main wall and try to get to it that way? One
Sergei.
is more open than the other.
Sergei, who is plated in heavy metal armor, is just going to go straight through.
And I'm going straight through as well. I'm not worrying about stealth this time.
He probably already knows we're coming anyway.
Let's decide.
He already knows we're here.
Let's decide the order in which you are going to move down this like 7-foot wide space between the wall and the tomb.
We can line up on this page. Front up here, back down here.
Right.
Big beefy tank in front.
Okay.
And you said it was 7 feet wide?
Yeah, you would be able to slide past each other, but it's not real good for fighting side by side.
In that case, I'll leave a little bit of room in between Sergei and Dirok in case anyone wants to take it. If not, then Sergei will be second.
I'll go about there. I'll try to stay to the middle of the pack.
Oh, what happened to your health?
Hmm?
Your health is showing is almost gone.
Yeah.
The mine?
Yes, yours.
Rain
No,
was
I have-
first.
It's showing to me as full.
Yeah,
It's
it's
showing
full on
to
mine.
me about
Looks
4.
messed up. It might
yeah.
be higher than 100%.
It should.
That's what it is. Because like I'm clicking on it and it's showing full health, but then when I don't click on it, it's showing partial.
I'm seeing
So,
97.
yeah.
I'm seeing 97 of 97 on her actual number.
Yeah, as long as
That's
we're keeping
good.
track.
Yep,
For
as
some
long as
Doesn't
reason-
it doesn't matter.
For some reason, normally it used to extend beyond the bar, showing that you had more than your normal. But apparently this time it's somehow or other doing something.
World 20 had like a major kerfluffle
Problem.
yesterday.
Yeah.
All
Like,
wait
oh
a
my
minute,
God, our
there's-
game-
Is there something? There's something there blocking it. That's what it is. What on earth?
Okay.
It's there.
Well, that's fine. I
There's
keep
no-
marching down.
Yeah, just a second. There's what? There shouldn't be anything there. I don't know what it could be behind. Let me put it in front of.
Hmm.
That didn't work either. Anyway, let me move her
Yeah.
over a bit so we don't.
Yeah.
There.
Get
Keep bugging out, yeah.
All right. All right. So.
I think we're just
Aragol-
establishing marching order.
Yeah. Aragol would be like up there if there's nobody else claiming that spot. 'Cause he always
Epoda is
pushes
getting in
forward.
front of Aragol. I don't want him next to me.
I'm in front of her. Get back.
Okay.
Only one person gets to stare at Dirok's butt.
Where
Oh,
would
Yeah.
I'm glad we're finally accepting it.
where will Victor and Monarchy place your tokens? Amo will be in back since he's pretty much he's not armored. He'll have his werewolf form, but he's not terribly armored.
Sergei
I'm
will,
staying back mostly just because of the sword.
Sergei will allow Aragol to take third place instead of himself.
Damn it, Vlad, you're supposed to know.
But I'm Sergei. I'm supposed to be helpful to my allies.
All right. And Monarch, where did you say you're staying?
I assume just because with my speed, I guess around there would be good because I can run to back or forward easy enough.
Okay.
That's a good
So you're
plan.
Yep. Still in that plan. Okay. So
I can run because you're all medium sized, aren't you? So I can run past you all pretty easily.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, you can stand in their square because you literally go between their legs, sort of thing. I want to see if I did something that I thought I did once upon a time, but all right, now I can see it. You'll see red and green lines here in a moment. The red lines are doorways of various sorts that you've got. Let's see, paste. And there's a bunch of people.
Yeah, pretty much. Good old Helsing abridged.
God damn it, Oppo. Whew, okay, I think I'm good.
Let me get the screen onto what I've drawn here so that you can get some idea of what
Jeez.
you've got. All right, so now we need to put your tokens as you had there.
Jeez.
You're coming around the north of these tombs, which are these boxes. So we had Yeah, POTUS, and then Aragal, and then Sergei, and then...
I see why it took you so long to set up.
It was copy and paste, but nevertheless, it was still took a bit.
I'm gonna guess he's in one of these that's vaguely boss room shaped.
That kind of
I
thing,
think
yeah.
he's in this one.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one to the north.
Sergei would remember that the tombs that are over this way were the ones that were intended to be their parents, but he wouldn't necessarily know what's what. Strahd might be in his own tomb at the moment, or he might be in Sergei's, but there were two big main tombs to the north and south that were the family tombs that were what he would remember.
Oh, but I sense him coming from the north, right? Alright, then we'll go off the assumption that he's in that. Company advance!
Yep. I'm going in.
No, you won't go in. That is a portcullis that is down, and you're not going to go past it. When you look... you are going up to the portcullis, but you are not going in. Beyond the portcullis, which is those red dots, you see a stairway going up, probably about 10 feet, short stairway going up behind it, and on the platform raised up, you see it's white marble step. Oh, I guess it goes down, excuse me. It descends into this tomb. There's a vaulted ceiling that rises to 30 feet above the floor. Very, very dramatic vaulted ceiling on the thing. And there's an intense, the quiet of the tomb, as they say. There's this intense, pregnant stillness about this thing. There is, in the center of this area, there is a raised dais with a coffin on it. It is a marble coffin. The lid is off of the coffin, and behind it, further north from you, from where you are standing, you can see standing behind the coffin Strahd. He is looking into the coffin, and as you walk up, he is pounding his fist on the marble of the coffin, and he is yelling, "Why? Why now, when I almost had it?" Now, behind the coffin, there are 3 alcoves in the back. A beautifully carved statue is in each alcove, marble statue. There is a stunningly beautiful young man, and on either of the sides next to him there are angels who are offering crowns to him. And everything is just gleaming white marble in this room. And it looks as polished and new as the day that it was placed here. An iron lever protrudes from the south wall west of the tomb's entrance.
I break through the portcullis, or attempt to at least.
Give me a strength roll. These are very big, heavy iron bars.
The POTUS will help him.
I have advantage. Well, I mean, I already have advantage because it's breaking.
That's an extra advantage.
Oh no, that's an 18.
Roll that D4, brother.
Gonna need to
19.
Bars are meant to hold.
Sergei says, excuse me. He's going to try to slide past POTUS and look in the room. You said that the ceiling is no higher than 30 feet.
Ceiling is vaulted to 30 feet, yeah.
And the room dimensions are correct?
Yes.
From where I am right now, do I see any other way of Strahd getting out of here?
No.
I grab one of the silver coins, cast sunlight, and toss it in.
He looks up, and for the first time he sees you, and he sees.
It's been a while.
He sees Sergei, and there is an absolute animal roar that comes out. Now, specifically, other than being silver, what is this coin?
It's a silver coin that has daylight on it, so he can't shapeshift into his wolf or bat form, or his mist form, and he's taking 20 damage every round. And since he can't shapeshift, that means theoretically he can't just squeeze through the bars either.
Well,
Oh yeah, poor Victor. You just have to wait outside.
what is the radius? What is the radius?
What the hell?
It is 30 feet bright light, 30 feet dim light, and he's tossing it right into the center of the room.
Okay.
So, and it's
Okay.
10 to 15 feet in any dimension, so there's more than enough light. He might be able to hide behind the coffin and get out of it, but
Oh, that thing's
there's
got
no-
secret passages up the wazoo, I can tell you that much.
There's no lid.
Yeah, there's no lid, but the coffin, the raised portion for the coffin is up like hip height, and then the coffin is up on top of that, and he's pounding his hand as he realizes that the body is gone out of his coffin, and so it is relatively man height. He could duck down behind that.
So
it to hide from the daylight, yeah. But other than
so
that, he's
so
gonna-
we see him.
very well.
Okay, I'm gonna do. How far
actually-
away is he?
Quick question, because I forgot to add my Stone of Good Luck. That would have given me a +1 to ability rolls. That would have made my strength check to a 20.
Okay,
Go for a sec.
give me a second. Let me draw the area where the coffin is. Let me get. It would be, the coffin is right about here, and Strahd is.
So he's about. I think this is at like a 5th scale, so he's like quite a ways in there. So he's like 100 feet in.
No, you said it was 2 scale, right?
Yes, it is to scale.
It's half. It looks like it's half scale.
No.
Well, it shouldn't be unless I accidentally. It should be 10 feet across that opening. Let me see what it says.
It.
Okay, it's only half. You're right. These maps are always half. When I try to set them up, it seems to have them, and I don't know why.
Okay. Can I do Divine Sense?
Sure.
Your brain is about to explode.
I do Divine Sense.
He's actually neutral. Who would have thought?
He's just misunderstood.
Yeah.
All the
sense,
T-Nanks.
What he said, your brain explodes. You sense undead. You sense all kinds of things, and oddly enough, you also detect a consecrated area that is the area of this tomb, which surprisingly he is in the tomb, but he is not being harmed by it. But the area of the tomb itself is a consecrated area. 1 second, let me get an actual Strahd token out here.
Yeah. Do I sense undead at his position?
You do indeed.
Okay. Can I act as if I have a turn, or
I'm going to have you roll for
Okay.
turn. I just haven't. There's been so much I've
Okay.
had to do. We aren't there yet.
all right? Yeah, I get you.
All right.
And I don't know if you heard me. I forgot to add my Stone of Good Luck, so that 18 + 1 should be 18 + 2 to 20.
You need.
That wouldn't do anything.
need
Okay.
22. What are you? Let's see. Let's do our roll for initiative here.
Oh, I'm not on them.
See if I can do it right this time. Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh God.
Taking back my ancestral home.
I act tomorrow.
Oh my God. The
That's all
one time I need a good high roll, I get
You
under
and me,
10.
let's do this.
Lord.
We're still waiting for everyone else to get out of the mansion.
Oh, did I not? Oh, no, I'm right there.
I mean, like, Victor, Argyle, and the other guy didn't move, so.
Just too many things for me to move here.
I
It's all
guarantee
good.
you there's at least one undead in each of these crypts. In each of these little boxes.
What was your first clue? I mean,
Oh no, I'm just waiting until they all group up and I can...
I mean, did y'all not watch Game of Thrones this season? Because, I mean,
Yeah, let's hide in the tombs. It'll be safe. down
After
there.
actually watching the season, I'm not so sure if I really did.
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me draw a shape.
I mean, touche, good sir, touche. I'm
However,
just
the
talking
point
about,
is-
you know.
Is still the same. Yeah, let's all be safe and hide in the tombs when we have an undead army approaching.
Yeah. The ultimate king of the dead is on his way here.
Let's go hide with the dead people!
Yeah, let's go hide with our ancestors. That's
Who
perfectly
were
smart.
buried with weapons.
Alright,
And-
now I need his sheet out so I know exactly what he can and can't do.
Thought I heard
And
the
that
cat
I just
hide.
drew a little dark green box. That's where my hunting trap is located. Just in case anything walks into that path.
We come back out, we find that little dude who carries around the pot of dead stuff.
Oh no, I don't want him to go in it.
I
Oh,
doubt he'll
yeah.
come down to the
actually like
tombs.
the Marvel.
I don't expect he'll come down to the tombs anytime soon.
He smells good food. I mean, he's like, what's this actual food? I gotta find it. Ah.
That's how
That's-
it goes, Strahd.
Feed him zombie?
Yep.
I mean, I'm all for the soil and green aspect, but mm-mm.
I'm reading all his limitations at the moment.
Yeah, no stress.
Like I said, that thing's gonna have
You
super
don't
gold
need to
help.
tell me what I need to have ready and not ready, good sir. You know, you
Just
don't
trying
need.
to make sure. Just trying to be a good team player.
No. I mean, good team players. I mean, I'm not trying to rag on you, but you also don't cripple one of your own teammate right out the goddamn gate.
Okay. For the final time, just to play a vampire in a campaign about killing vampires.
There's a certain logic there.
No, I mean you're absolutely right. Who actually does that? But unfortunately, we have one, so it's kind of like you need to make allowances.
It's
a little
fine.
bit.
Strahd is stuck in there, and Victor is
Um,
out here.
I've dealt with Chad. I can deal with this.
I have a plan.
There's definitely no way he can
I
escape
have a
there. No
plan.
secret passages.
Absolutely no way he can escape.
You know,
If there weren't any secret passages, though, that would be the best plan. Go in and flashbang him.
Alright, now, Rumble
just gonna-
Tumblety is up first. We are ready to do this thing.
We're missing people on the turn order.
Did you put Aragol and Werewolf
Yes.
on there?
And
Yeah,
Strahd.
I'm seeing them
We
all.
don't see them.
Oh, well.
Let
As
me-
long as the GM knows they're on there, then it's fine.
Well, let me do a re-add turn and put the number up and put it back up. He has a 12.
I see Aragog, that nice fatty 0. Damn, it's 12 now. I was so much
She's
happier.
probably she was probably just adding them.
A
Oh, I know.
Emil
I figured
has
as much.
Oh, stop doing that real quick. Emil has a 2. All right.
Oh,
now
good.
Let me take off the ones that are already on here.
Look at POTUS. Someone lower than you. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry, dude.
I didn't even notice his initiative.
Did
sorry, man.
Monarch roll a 27 or a 12? I show him on twice. Which one?
No, it just
did
says
Monarch?
12. I only rolled once.
All right, then it's something what was left over. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, so now we've got that, and he's in the right place. Anybody else missing to your view?
Strahd.
He acts when he pleases.
Unless that's intentional.
That'd actually be a good role for a villain. He just acts whenever that he wants. But
It's because I rolled on the secondary computer. It apparently didn't take it, and I don't know why. Shouldn't be any
Okay.
reason for it not to take it, but it didn't. Anyway, now we have them all what they actually got, and so we are ready to go. So Sergei is first, not Monarch.
Okay, so Sergei is going to look at POTUS and Dirok. Do we care about getting in there, or do we want to let them bake for a little bit?
I'm going to crush him. So
I'm beginning my steps to rage. So I'm not
alright.
understanding.
In that case,
Dirok's
I will
5-step
reach-
process.
I will reach around a POTUS. Who goes first? Dirok. I will
Crazy.
reach around Dirok's.
No.
please
No.
don't slow it down. Please don't slow it down. Just
Yeah,
just
I will
go.
reach
just go, just go.
around Dirok's shoulder and cast Stone Shape to just open up a portion of wall that they can go.
Okay.
So there is now a 5-foot hole in between the portcullis and the wall. I'm trying to do it like on a. So the way here, let me just pop the spell. I can affect a 5-foot square of stone. So what I'm doing, it kind of like that.
So there's basically a passage now that you can get into because he has opened
Yep.
it up. Anything else that you were doing for bonus action or anything? Movement or whatever?
Not for a bonus action, no, but I am taking out my mace and going just into the entrance to the... It has been a long time, brother.
It should have been much longer. Why now? Why did you have to come now? I had her right in the palm of my hand.
Where is she? What's in the box?
Where's Rachel?
And I'll end my turn.
Alright, and I need here. I've got to look up one more thing. Alright, so one other thing on this. I realized there's one more thing involved. So back here, you get what was the maximum on that? It was Alright, I think I'm ready for his turn. Victor, what are you doing?
All right, so Victor, having taken cover from sudden sunblade unsheathing, you guys can just hear him from behind this thing going like, "All right, you son of a Zarovich, let's do this thing." And there's a burst of light, and you hear Victor go, "Ah!" And then he comes running out, slightly burned in dire wolf form.
Have you got the dire wolf form? Yeah.
It will need a slight adjustment. Not that I have any problems with.
Victor starts knocking over the supports for the ceiling, and the entire castle crashes.
This final boss mode.
This is not dire.
Medium or large? Is the dire wolf medium or large?
Large. So yeah, that's about the right size. So he makes it to here, and you see light just bleeding out around his mouth.
What?
He casts Sunbeam.
Oh.
Right.
He's laser wolfing.
Yes, laser wolf mode.
He's firing at a laser.
Unfortunately, I was probably back a little further than I should be, and I need to get you guys out of the AoE before I actually shoot it at.
Fine.
I'll be fine.
Okay, so what is it that you are doing to him?
That's all I could do. I cast Sunbeam over there, and then I moved over here.
So you cast Sunbeam where?
I cast Sunbeam just at the ground.
Where?
Like over here.
Oh, okay. So you're basically, why are you casting it over there?
Because
he doesn't want to
channel it.
try
And yeah, I can't cast it while I'm already a wolf. But I have concentration on it now, so I can just shoot sun lasers, as long as I have that.
Oh, so it's trailing around like the moonbeam while you're doing other stuff, basically.
Not really. It's like an instantaneous thing. It's like, boom, and then it stops, but I still have it. Which is why I described it as like light is like bleeding out of his mouth.
So
He's
it's
shoot the whooping.
Think of it as it goes off, and then it has to recharge during the round, and then it goes off.
Strange.
He's okay. Consider it like he's basically Godzilla fire breathing.
Yes.
In wolf form.
It's exactly like Godzilla. Restore my size, please.
I take this form.
Compensation wolf.
What size do you need to be?
That was a joke. I wanted to go back to Godzilla size.
Oh, okay.
As an adamant fan of the old Toho Godzillas, I refuse to believe a wolf shooting lasers could win. No.
All right, so...
I've seen Rampage.
Now it's Rumble O Tumble Tea's turn, I think.
Yes. Oh, God. Don't remember half these controls.
I should have opened the hole on the other side of the portcullis. Oh, well.
And let me put a token out here of some kind and put... what did you say, 30-foot radius?
It is a 30-foot radius of dim light, 30-foot radius of bright light.
There we go. Sorry.
That's a big radius.
Yep. That's why I did it. I saw this room, I was like, oh yes.
Oh yeah, I actually also have the same size aura, which I think I can...
All I can do
myself.
is basically come here, and because everyone's going to rush forward anyway, it's no real point running in.
Actually, I guess this is half size, so I should put that at 15.
So I'm basically done my turn. There's not really much else I can do. I'll just turn up and be shocked that Strahd's actually there. So I'm done.
Okay, the yellow is basically all the area that is in sunlight that I needed to be able to see.
If we're at half scale, it should probably be half that.
No, we're at
No, she fixed it.
I corrected it.
Oh, we are at the right scale now?
Yes.
Yep. If
Oh,
possible, would
So in that case,
it-
I think I should have made it to here.
would you, when you have a chance, would it be possible to transfer that token over to me just so I can move it if I need to, so I don't have to make you do it? When you have a chance, of course.
I'm working on it. Okay, test it and see if you can move it.
I can indeed.
Alrighty. It is Argyl's turn. He moves to where he can see Strahd, and he takes out his bow and fires it.
Poison bow. Go poison crossbow.
He does a 23 attack, which definitely hits.
How
Does
high?
he have any? Ah, yes. Okay.
So, two things. One, how high did you say the coffin was? It's like 3 feet up to weight.
The dais is about 3 feet high. The coffin then is about another 2 feet above that, so he can duck down to be out of direct sunlight at the moment.
So,
But
would
obviously
it be
he
possible?
Obviously, he can't move in any direction without being in it. He would have this kind of problem.
Right. I drew a little diagram over here to represent that. The second question was, or the follow-up to that one is the coffin providing him any sort of cover against ranged attacks? Half, three-fourths, or full?
Right at the moment, he has full cover. That's true. So Aragorn would have actually had to move in. Now, when he goes into, is anybody else harmed by the daylight? It's not anything that harms a normal player, right? All right.
Nope, only vampires.
So he would. Let's see. He was here. I've got to make sure he can do it. I've been also trying to give Strahd something, but this is more important at the moment. He was here, so he would run to there. Yeah, he can't fire this round because of the cover. So he just makes it inside. He does not fire at Strahd.
Oh, so Strahd's standing on ground level, not on the dais?
Correct.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, he's behind the coffin. You could see him when he was standing up. You could see his face very clearly, but he basically has gotten out of the thing. So it is Sylvia's turn.
Yeah. Trying to figure out my move real quick. Sorry, I was debating on like 3 different things, and I'm like, oh, he's behind cover. Okay, so I can't do that. Yeah. Only thing I can do is move closer to about here. That should be my full movement. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off any.
I mean, if anybody wants a ride.
Nah. So it's.
Dirok, do it.
Nope.
Team up with the druid.
Nope.
Okay, so quick question. You said there was a lever in the back of the room?
There's yes.
Okay, so I couldn't see that at all. Alright, so skip that one. Okay, I've got you two over there, you two there. And I can... How many... Can I give out multiple of Bardic Inspiration at once? Or, okay, just once?
One round.
One round, okay.
Because it takes your bonus action to do it.
Yeah, that's true. And I can give up to 5 because of the charisma mod, right?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I'm jumping between this and Monk, and I'm like, oh god, what am I doing again? So I'm gonna bonus action give POTUS Bardic Inspiration as the first tick. Since he's coming up in the turn order soonish. And it's gonna take people a bit to get into the room, so yeah, I'll give POTUS the first Bardic Inspiration.
Alright, it is Dirok's turn.
Finally. So he's more than my movement of 40 feet, I believe. So like right here. Yeah, so I'll have to take the dash action. While I'm running in, I'm pretty much just gonna taunt him, and I'll get up right next to him.
You don't even realize who you stand against, do you, devil?
He laughs in your face. You don't understand me. You have always underestimated me.
I'll give you a show then. You stand against the jabroni beating, good berry eating, trail blazing, blood spear raising, heart stopping, vampire dropping, here to end your evil and tear down this house. So know your role and shut your mouth. If you smell what Dirok is cooking.
Who taught him this?
Please give him advantage.
Give him inspiration.
I waited 2 years for this joke. I've waited 2 years for this joke. And then I fly into a rage.
Inspiration!
Yeah! Yes!
I'm just gonna sit back and go.
Have
Who
you
taught
designed
him this?
that? Have you designed that?
No.
Did you design your name for that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. That's been
I
the
am-
joke since day one.
I am Dirok, the Orcish champion.
Inspiration
But yeah.
gives you
Yeah, he's the rock.
a +1, is that right?
It's an inspiration die which you can spend. Basically, it's the same as a luck point. You can re-roll a. You can basically give yourself advantage on something. If you roll an attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw, and you don't like the outcome, you can use your inspiration to roll it.
Like I said, Apo, I waited 2 years to make this joke.
Dang.
I mean,
How am I gonna top that?
Bonus action, I fly into a rage, but I can't attack him because I dashed.
Okay.
Okay.
If with
Too
inspiration,
busy flexing and posing.
For inspiration.
With inspiration, you can expend it when you make an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check. Once you spend it, you have advantage on that roll. But it's gone once you've used it. And it is a... How much?
It's a d20, and it's not exactly advantage, it just lets you re-roll something. For instance, if he's trying to break something, he already has advantage. So if he rolled like a 3 and a 4, the 3 would be the regular, the 4 would be at the advantage. He could then re-roll one more time, expending his inspiration to roll it and get like a 7. So it's basically a luck point that the GM awards.
Very good. Okay. All right, he is ready, and Strahd is up. Let's see, I've got to see if this is, what is a...
My throat hurts now.
you should have been practicing it for this day.
Like I said, for 2
You should-
years.
But you should have been practicing this off camera. Just saying.
Oh, I have.
Oh God.
Oh, you were right. It just gives advantage. Or he can give his advantage to someone else. I wanted to double check and make sure I wasn't giving you false information. What it does is attack
if
roll,
you-
saving throw, ability
If
check.
you go to the compendium, type in inspiration, you can pull it up for yourself, read it directly off of there.
Read it directly.
Why,
Okay, stop that.
Um,
Are we killing this vampire tonight or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
The problem is I'm trying to run too many things here, and I'm having a little difficulty trying to keep up with all of the things that are going on. I'm probably going to bow and kneel out of the fight just for that reason, because I'll be slowing things down if I don't.
It's fine.
He is going, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm trying to figure out if this is a bonus action or a... That's an action. Looks like it is all actions. All right. All right. So he just sweeps his hand around the room and says a word, and suddenly from all directions around you, the air begins to shimmer, and summoned into being are swarms of animals.
Good.
Behind you, in front of you, mostly between him and the rest of you is kind of a fence. He has placed swarms of bats and rats that will be attacking, and they will go on his turn. So a swarm of bats and a swarm of rats both swoop in to attack Dirok immediately. And I need their sheets up. I don't have them up. I need swords.
Oh, you accidentally put me back on the token layer. The non-wild shaped picture.
We'll worry about that later. That's
Yeah, just put him to one side, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've got a bigger problem to worry about than that.
My immersion.
My immersion. I will never say I didn't miss playing with you, Gabe.
Well, it's good to be back, even if it is 3:30 in the morning.
Are we that late? Oh God, yeah, we are. We're gonna have to probably suspend it for next week, but because of this, my problem for the video audience is I didn't know if they were going to be in this battle or they were going to take one of the orbs and go somewhere else, or what was going to happen. So it's been hard to keep up.
Gonna be a rough time.
I think
Hmm?
I'm still of the opinion that we should have taken the skull out, but that's up to you guys.
That would have just taken them more time because we would have needed to bring it back to Argonval.
I thought we determined that one of the locations is near Argonvost, though.
But we didn't know that any of these was that. That's the thing. We thought these were locations inside Ravenloft.
I knew. I came to the understanding that it wasn't a place in. Some of them were inside the castle, some of them were not. That much I deduced from
know that.
the understanding. I thought I explained it last time. That's why I was freaking out when we were talking about how to get the skull out using teleportation and all this other stuff.
The rats, is this rats? Yes, the rats attacked with a 19. What's your armor class?
18.
Okay,
I don't think my AC goes up.
They hit with only three of the rats hit with 3 piercing damage. The other side rats will move around to do the same.
I've taken 1 point of damage. I need healing.
Hello, Genji.
The second group misses you, and the swarm of bats, which has disappeared, and I know why, because I was trying to do things on too many computers. We'll copy this and paste it back where it was. The swarm of bats rolls a 17, so not quite enough to hit you on that. The rest of the bats and animals attack other people. Vlad, Sergei, and Aragol get one attack. Sylvia gets an attack from behind, and that's all that's up. He only rolled 6, yeah. So we've got, let's do Vlad has bats. He's big on batty, and we do a bat attack. Not much. 17 on Vlad, that doesn't hit.
21 AC.
On Aragol, he's got a 15, alright. They attack him. They miss him, and Sylvia, the one from behind you, attacks you. What's your armor class?
It's currently now a 16, thanks to that ring.
Yeah.
Oh, it went from 14 to 15?
It was 15 originally.
Oh, so it's 16 right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's 16
yeah.
thanks to the ring.
You're paid off.
We are at 9:36 for me. We're at the 36, and it's 3:30 a.m. for Gabe on British time, so it's quite late for him. How about we suspend this here, and you'll do the whole. You are now at Strahd, and next week is your Strahd battle. Looks like you are just about finished with it.
I think.
Who's finished with whom is a different
One
matter
way
entirely.
Or another.
I think
Perfect,
Victor said
exactly.
he was not going to be here.
Yeah, I'm not going to make it next week.
Ugh.
Yeah, well,
Actually, I am going. Well, let's see. I may or may not be here. I'm not 100% sure. I've got a friend visiting from out of town, and we've got plans to do like the beach or amusement parks or whatever. So I'm just and a lot of it is dependent on the weather. So if I'm able to, I'll be here because I don't want to miss the Strahd battle. But I just can't quite promise.
Now, bro, just turn up if you can. All we can do, really, isn't it?
and who would you want to have run your token if you can?
Let's see. I'll go ahead and put Mike in charge. It shouldn't be.
Mike may not be here.
I was about to say, I might not be here either.
Jeez.
All right, let's see. I could let Appo
Actually,
do it,
next
but
week?
I can do it.
You said next week, right?
Yes.
should be mostly simple.
Oh yeah, I'll be
Like
here next
you
week.
just have to remember, I'm gonna be just laser wolfing unless I get knocked out of it.
Yeah, just-
and you have to remember the
just-
regen.
Yeah, just send in Discord. Just send me like a basic like
AI
AI
script.
forum. Yeah, send me your
But
AI script.
If Appo's in control, if I do get knocked out of it, then you're required to like summon as many animals as possible.
And Dirok, if Mike can't, but did you say about
I
your
can.
schedule? Okay, very good. So he.
I was thinking about 2 weeks from now, not next week, and I only work in the morning next week.
Run
So,
Victor directly into the Sun Sword. Got it.
You shouldn't have put Appo on that. You shouldn't
So
have.
as long as you can
I'm
run it
already
next week,
playing a
we can
druid.
finish this campaign up next week. As long as you can run it.
And with you guys being at Strahd come hell, ankle, or high water, I will be here. I'll pop enough pain pills in that I can be here, because I'm not going to miss the Strahd fight either. This is too big.
I'm so
Madam DM, your health comes first, regardless of whatever fight we're doing.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I'm a gamer too. The game comes first sometimes.
Oh, I know.
Can't resist. I just can't.
No, I
resist.
know. I know. It just, I will try my best
I'll
not
be
to be
4 days out. Hopefully by then the pain pills will be having some effect, so I should be okay with it.
still. I will try I will try to have my most adorably sexy I have no voice for that day, because I will be getting back from Comic-Con.
Well, we'll all
Gotta
do
be
our
sick.
best to be here then, with all the things that are trying to block us and get in the way of this battle. And needless to say, I will tell you straight up, Strahd will do everything he can to try and escape and lead you on a merry chase, but obviously you have placed a certain amount of difficulty in his path. So
Yeah,
I have double-checked and triple-checked and quadruple-checked. If he is already shapeshifted, it does not knock him out of the shapeshift.
It is. We'll talk more about it after the stream. Just because I want to have a few clarifications as well. Oh no, she's blurry, and she's back.
Yeah, I shifted.
In any case,
the camera couldn't keep up with me. I was moving at flash speed. Yours locked up for a moment. It couldn't keep up at all. All right. So anyway, I will see you all next week, because we're going to fight this Strahd battle. We're going to do it. This is it.
Okay.
I will finally get to take a turn. I was right. I do act tomorrow.
It's so sad. I had an idea of what I wanted to do with that fight, but then it was like he's behind stuff, and oh god.
Yeah, there's a lot of mess to begin with. That's why I just moved to the back, and I'm just going to stay put until it's my time to do something.
Yeah,
You do
obviously,
act
I'm
next
going
time.
to try to get past it. So we'll see what happens. We'll say goodnight to you all. It is time to leave, and unfortunately, we've got to leave it here. The excitement is next week. Good night, all.
No,
good night.